It's only been a week, but this war between the United States and Iran can only escalate over time. So, we are in World War III right now. It's only been a week, but this war between the United States and Iran can only escalate over time. So today, there are rumors circulating online that the 82nd Airborne Division of the United States Army has been given deployment orders. They've stopped training exercises, and it is possible they'll be deployed to the Middle East very soon, possibly within the next few days. The use of ground troops in against Iran would mark a massive escalation. Right now, it's mainly in air war, where the United States and Israel have air supremacy, meaning that they can strike at will against Iran. And because the costs are limited, even though America and Israel are suffering casualties, it isn't that many casualties. They're trying to avoid as many casualties as possible. And so they can theoretically retreat from this war. But the moment that ground troops go into Iran, then it is impossible to retreat. And this war can only escalate. So a massive turning point in this conflict will be the use of ground troops. If ground troops are used, then we are in World War III, and this will mark the end of the world as we know it. A ground war would also most likely draw in other actors as well. It may draw in the GCC. It may draw in the Europeans. It will definitely draw in Russia. It may even draw in China. And it may also draw in South Korea and Japan as well. Because remember, the Strait of Hormuz supplies most of the oil to the Asian economies of Pakistan, India, Japan, South Korea, and China. In fact, the Strait of Hormuz provides about 75% of all of Japan's oil needs. And the Japanese Prime Minister, Takahashi, has said that if this war continues, if the Strait of Hormuz continues to be closed, then Japan will run out of oil in about 8 months' time. So we can imagine that there is panic within the Japanese cabinet, and they are actually preparing to intervene somehow in this conflict, whether it's diplomatically, whether it's economically, or even militarily. South Korea may also need to come in as well. So the Strait of Hormuz really is the nexus of the world. It is the center of all global trade. And if the Strait of Hormuz stays closed because of this war, then eventually it will draw in the entire world. You mentioned the war in Ukraine previously. And from a geopolitical perspective, this war in Iran is actually is what follows naturally from the war in Ukraine. Because from a geopolitical perspective, Russia, if it were to win the war in Ukraine, it would have control over 1/3 of the world's carbohydrates. Russia, if it wanted to, could starve the Middle East and could starve Africa.
Into a weapon, targeting oil tankers. Iran is turning the waters here into a weapon, targeting oil tankers. Iran 50 miles that way, Straits of Hormuz a couple of hundred miles that way. Tankers just off the coast of Kuwait, off the coast of Iraq, at the northern end of the Persian Gulf. 2 tankers hit, set on fire there. In the Strait of Hormuz, Iran increasingly targeting shipping there. A number of ships hit overnight, another during the day. Iran is trying to drive up the price of oil. If oil can't get from here down the Gulf through the Strait of Hormuz, it can't get to the international markets. 20% of the global oil travels through the Strait of Hormuz. And Iran is intentionally targeting that economic lifeline for the global economy. And it's not just doing it by missiles, it's doing it by explosives. Iran has a tried and tested system of exerting economic influence across the world. Right now, it is far higher, reaching a peak far greater than Iran has ever exerted before. This is an international crisis in the making on the waters here because Iran has turned the waters into a war field. Ships, tankers out here are effectively sitting ducks. This is a hot war. The global economy is at stake. This sea right behind me, that's the front line in this war. A hot war.
Shalom, shalom. And to that, we'd like to say, Kal Halayim, La Alahina, Wa Yahawa, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Makakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Masoon Field Wealth. Shalom. To the brothers who pushing the truth in sincerity and risking their life to do so more than whatever. Shalom. And to the Israelites who have been scattered among hidden nations, and shalom to the Akwat, who is listening and learning, most importantly, the husband, who is listening to the husband. This is Brother Kratizah back at you with another short lesson. Alright, from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp of Trinidad and Tobago. Alright, so can you see what is taking place? Can you now see it? Alright, things is getting hot. Kitchen is getting real hot right now. Alright, things is going on. Right, just as Matthew 24:6 when it says, and ye shall hear of wars, because we have wars going on right now. Wars is actually taking place right now, this very said minute. Right, and rumors of wars, because it has rumors of wars that we heard about, wars that was stirring up and then it died down. Right, it was kind of reaching to that and then it died down. Right, and where a war may start and then it died down really quickly. Right, right, so you can see where you're seeing the prophecies is being unfold. All right, see that ye be troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right, because everything is appointed for a particular time. Right, let me get a precept real quick. Right, this is the book of Habakkuk 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. Right, and that vision, that what Edris have seen within his vision, that's why he said, woe is me. Right, because it's the amount of destruction that he was seeing, things that taking place, different technologies that he was also seeing within in these wars. Right, it's just that in that time they couldn't explain it as how we could explain it now. Right, because obviously different the language would change, different you have new words also created. Right, back then you would have never heard something called about a drone. Right, or about a F-52 one, F1 something and all these things. Right, but here it is upon the face of the earth in this day. Right, in terms of what we are facing. Right, and these what we are seeing here, just simply showing you that we are in these times. Right, because it will have people will be saying something that I heard growing up too, even hearing my mother say it, even my aunt say it, and other strangers say it. That would happen in our time. That will be in our great grandchildren time. Right, but as they don't know, everything is appointed for a time. Right, continuing in the scripture, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, and it will not tarry, because when it comes, It will not tarry. It's going to happen one after the next, right? And that's basically with how it goes, right? As you can see, sometimes some prophecies happen one after the next, right? Rapido. Right? Scriptures also talk about earthquake in diverse places. We have seen that. We have seen that happen recently. There is also more to come. You also have other prophecies to come, right? So we are living in that time, right? Right. The Lord also talk about, about finding faith on the earth, right? This is the book of Luke 18:8. It said, I tell you that ye will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man come, right, which is Yahushua, shall he find faith on the earth, right? As I could even look back, look at what's going on. Look at what the mind state 2/3 Jake's in, right? Most of them have no faith, man. No faith, right? They don't even have the slightest clue in terms of what's going on. They don't have the slightest clue about Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh, right? So when these things happen, they're gonna be in a whole confusion and all these things, right? Get an next precept, right? So in the video, the guy mentioned that we are in World War III, right? All right, this is the book of Revelation 11:1. So this is the book of Revelation 11 and verse 14. We jump into verse 14. And it said the second woe is past, right? Which that second woe was actually World War II. And behold, the third woe come quickly, which is that third woe. It's World War III, right? Verse 15. And then and the seven angels sounded, and there were great voices in the heavens, saying, the kingdom of the world are become the kingdom of our Yahweh and of his Hamashiach, right? And he shall reign forever and ever, right? The Lord is going to take this place, man. Same way how Esau take a man's house and his heritage by violence. The Lord is coming back to take this place, man. He's coming back to take this place, guard up his elect, and take us, So can't you see it now? Can you see what is taking place now? Right? So hey, I hope that this lesson was edifying. It's just a short video, just getting on into it real quickly. Right? So